my channel, and if you are new, welcome. My name is Meg. Back up there is Luna, and today we are decluttering complexion products, so primer, foundation, and concealers. Here we are on the decluttering journey. I know you're a little bit at an awkward angle, a little bit crooked right now because I just had my camera behind me filming the declutter, so now it's in front of me. It's not set up exactly correct, but you know what? It's fine for a couple of videos. We'll let it slide. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on my future content. I like to do a lot of tutorials here on this channel, but since we are in this decluttering process, I'm going all in, so we will be seeing all categories of makeup in this series. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss it, and let's go ahead and jump into it. Alright, so first I'm going to start by finishing wiping up my desk. As I say in all my videos, don't mind my desk. It gets messy when you work with powders and eyeshadows. So today we are starting off with primer, we're going to go into foundations, and then lastly we're going to do concealers. Don't mind my hand, I just did my lip product video, so if you would like to see that, it will be linked up above. But you know, lip products stain. So for primers, first I have this Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Minimizing Primer. This one is going in the trash right away because it's used up. I bought samples of this because it was relatively inexpensive when Ulta was having a sale. It's nice. I don't think it does a lot to help with my pores, so I'm not going to repurchase, but because I did purchase it and it's newer, you know, it's not expired, horribly expired. It does have a shelf life of 2 years. I definitely got it in less than a year ago. I'm going to continue to use this until it is gone. Same thing with the Radiance Primer. I had a little sample right down here that I got in an Ipsy bag, so that can go away because I decided I liked it enough to get the full-size one. This I really do like. I have dry skin, so any sort of radiance I can get on my face, I really enjoy. I also like this primer a lot because it provides a very smooth base for my foundation and other glow products to stick and hold on to. So this one I am a fan of, and it is Stain. Next for face primers is again a sample of the Strobe Cream by MAC. This was in an Ipsy bag. Damn you Ipsy, because I got the full size product. This is in Silver Lights. I absolutely love this for a primer. I love wearing this in the winter now that my skin is super dry. It is silver, but it's not going to make a huge difference once you blend it into your skin, and it just gives you that beautiful shine and glow. It just looks so natural. Your skin almost looks like balmy in the best way, and my foundation looks really great on top of this. The other similar product that I have, this is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Liquid in the shade Moonstone. Similar deal is a Strobe Cream, but the formulation is slightly different, because my current foundation doesn't marry nice with this one. I don't know why. But again, this just provides a very nice glow and filter to your skin. You can see very little goes a long way. And it's just so beautiful. I wish my complexion was more even, because I would honestly just wear this on my face and walk around looking like a Tin Man and love my life. So these are staying. Next up, this is an Urban Decay Brightening and Tightening Primer Potion. I used to love their eyeshadow potion back in the day. I think I got this, it was on sale, and I just don't find like it did anything to me. Like, I don't hate it. It didn't make my skin look awful, but like the Smashbox Pore Minimizing, I didn't find that it actually did a lot to minimize my pores or really blur them. It just feels really nice, and it is really hydrating, but I haven't used it in at least 6 months, so I'm gonna have to toss this one. Next up is an oil. This is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Radiance Drops. This I would not put on my face at all. It's just not gonna really marry well with any kind of cosmetic product, in my opinion. I absolutely love this for the body though. So in the summer, if I want a glow on my shoulder or on my legs, what have you, this stuff is going to just catch the light and make you look like a shimmering, glowing goddess. So this I am keeping for the summer for sure. Lastly for primer is my Too Faced Hangover Primer. 100% excellent for dry skin. I love this a lot. It is super hydrating. I basically wear it like a second moisturizer. I probably put way too much of it on. It hydrates, but it also has a slight tackiness, so like 99% of foundations will work really great with this primer. So these two primers I highly, highly recommend if you have dry skin. So over here, I'm throwing 4 products away and I am keeping 6. So I do have quite a bit of primer to go through before I will let myself buy more. But I think I'm starting to almost run out of this Strobe Cream, which I think I will definitely repurchase. The Becca one, I'm not sure if I'll repurchase. I think I definitely prefer the Strobe Cream to the Becca. This, I don't know if I would repurchase, maybe if it was on sale. These two, I would repurchase the Hangover over the Radiance. And this one, I do not plan on repurchasing. So next, I'm going to go into concealer. So this is kind of my little organizer that is inside my makeup drawer. So I kind of have my primer here and then all my eyeliner and eye glitters up here up front. And then the rest is all concealer. And as you can see, I have more concealer than one person needs. I kind of have it separated in a definite throwaway pile and then a unsure of, but I need to go through and clear more of these out. So I guess this is more of like, it's not a concealer, but it's being thrown in here. This is the Ciat Dewy Sticks Dewy Stick. It melted, so I didn't have the best experience with it, and my makeup did not sit well on top of this. And it just feels like you're putting lip balm, like petroleum, all over your face. So I don't recommend this. Up next is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. Oh god, I don't know why I have this in the throwaway pile, honestly. It's not terrible. I hate this sponge. Normally I take this sponge off of it. It's not a bad color for me. It's just very pink looking. Like I feel like they changed the formulation. I just think it looks a little bit too pink on my under eye, and that's maybe why I had it in the throwaway pile. So here is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Concealer. This is a lightweight. If you like natural makeup, sheer coverage, you would probably really enjoy this. I got it mostly because it is hydrating. For my under eyes, I have dry skin, like I said. And I really, really like their Rainforest of the Sea foundation. It is one of my top favorite foundations. But this is a little bit too sheer for my under eye area. Especially like when you go to blend it out, it just wasn't giving me the coverage that I needed. But if you are somebody that doesn't have, severe under eye bags, or you don't like wearing a full face of makeup, I really think you would like this. Here I have the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Concealer. I hate this. I hate packaging like this. This is in the lightest shade and it's too dark for my under eyes. So CoverGirl, can you please get it together? Hello. Brands, please stop doing this packaging. It's actually the worst. So you can see it's like almost too dark just for my skin tone in general. This would look horrendous on my under eyes. I know a lot of people love this concealer. For me, I found it too thick. It didn't blend nice and it's too dark. Here is Tarte Shape Tape. Okay, this one I'm keeping because it's new and I just bought it. I used to love this. I think we all kind of fell into like the whole, like, everyone in YouTube was talking about it, so we need it for our under eyes. It has amazing coverage for your under eye, but with my dry skin, it's a little bit too dry for my under eye area, so I don't like using it for that. I love using it as an eyeshadow base though, so that is why I am keeping it. And they do have a really great shade range for their concealer. Another Tarte product, this is a Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. This is super thick. I think I wanted to try wearing this more, or like one more time before I got rid of it. But oh my god, I just had to squeeze it so hard. It looks like paste. It is a nice hydrating concealer. It's just so thick. It's almost too thick for the under eyes. So this is going to have to go in the bye-bye pile. Okay, it looks like I have more complexion products I wasn't aware that I had in my concealer stack. So this is back to primer. This is a Urban Decay Optical Illusion Complexion Primer. And it's supposed to be smoothing, rosehip, and argan oil pore perfecting. I don't think I ever used this, or maybe I used it once. So it's a pretty thick, creamy primer, but it does look like it smooths stuff out nicely. So this one I need to hold on to because I haven't really given it a fair chance to know if I want to keep it or not. So it needs to go in the use me pile. This is a Tarte Brighterdayz. It's again another glow product similar to Strobe Cream in the Becca product. I liked this a lot, again, for my body, so pairing it with that oil. It's just like a nice complexion product. Not for the face, I would recommend it for the body. And I think this is like the sample size or the mini size of it. And I have NYX Glitter Glue and Glitter Primer. Absolutely love this. This should be more with the eyeshadows. Okay, back to concealer. Oh, and the Morphe primer. That's, yeah, eyeshadow primers. Okay, here we have the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eyes, and I may get in trouble for this because I wasn't a huge fan of it. Everybody talked about how amazing this concealer is. It's kind of, for me, similar in texture to the Maracuja one by Tarte, this one, because it's very thick, and yes, it's like so similar in texture and formula. It's very thick, but it's very creasy in your under eye. My under eyes creased so bad, and it was just too thick. My under eyes just look goopy with it. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to get rid of this too, and it pisses me off because this was expensive. I need to get better at returning stuff if I don't initially like it. That's another problem of mine. These next concealers are all winners for me. This is a Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. Absolutely love this. It is a good dupe for Shape Tape. It is pretty full coverage. It's a little bit on the thicker side if you like a thicker concealer. This one is like Dunzo. But I love using the vanilla shade for spot conceal and then Chantilly for my under eyes. But my all-time favorite for my under eyes has been my Urban Decay Naked Skin in the shade Fair Neutral. This is a little bit more liquidy, a little bit more hydrating than the Nars concealer. Not as full coverage as the Nars, slightly less coverage, but it still does give me full coverage on my under eye area. I don't need to use a lot of this, and it's super hydrating. So again, if you have dry skin, this is bomb, and then the Nars concealers work really great too. So here is the key pile for my concealers. I'm now down to 4, and here are the products that I am getting rid of. Let's go ahead and move on to foundation. I have a foundation problem. I would say my biggest area of issue with makeup hoarding is foundations and eyeshadow palettes. I feel like they're my favorite things to test out and play with, so I tend to, you know, have a lot of them. This is automatically going into the trash pile because it's old, it's separated. It's just not going to look nice. I don't even know if I can get this to mix back up. This is the Becca Aqua Luminous Priming or Perfecting Foundation. I wasn't the biggest fan of this. It was okay. It just didn't do a lot of favors for my skin. Any of these foundations I'm speaking of, if you're curious, I have foundation reviews on everything, so just search my channel. It's okay. I just felt like it didn't ever settle or sink into my skin, and it was just too dewy and tacky. And again, I believe this is the lightest shade, and you can even see right here on my hand, it's the tiniest bit too dark. My biggest issue with foundations is the shade range, and I know that that's an issue across the board for many skin tones, not just pale people. So yeah, this was in the shade Porcelain, and it's pretty tan for porcelain in my opinion, but this has definitely got to go. Another one that's got to go, this is the IT Cosmetic Cc Cream. I wanted to like this, I tried to like this, but it was just too tacky, too thick, too dewy. You could just kind of see, like, right here, like, it's just, ugh. This is in the shade Fair. It oxidizes a lot once it dries down. It's the lightest shade. It's way too dark for me. So again, this has to go. It's just way too tacky for my liking. I know a lot of people that love this, and powder did not sit well on top of this even people that work at Ulta say you always have to set the IT Cosmetics foundations. The powder just does not look nice on top of either of these. I picked up the Bye Bye foundation. This one is okay. I'm just not in love with it, so I'm going to have to let it go. Again, this is in the shade Fair. It's pretty similar to the CC Plus Illumination. It wasn't bad. I just don't think it had the best coverage in the world. It's a little bit lighter than the Fair from the CC Plus, but again, it just doesn't sink in, and even now it's so sheer on my skin. I definitely like a fuller coverage foundation. So this one is also going to have to go. Next, I have the L'Oreal Pro Glo Foundations. I love this if you are looking for affordable drugstore foundation for dry skin. I recommend this. These are really nice. They're very liquidy, but don't let that fool you because they are pretty full coverage. Again, I wish these were a little bit lighter. The shade 201 and 202, the undertones are so different. You can kind of see right here, this is definitely very pink undertoned. The 202 is definitely very yellow undertoned. I wish that they had a neutral shade and a shade that was lighter, because you can just see that there's quite a difference between those two. But I will definitely be holding on to these because I do enjoy them. This foundation is going to go, this is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. I got a lot of hate when I did my review video because I did not like this. If you have dry skin, this is not really going to go in your favor. It's going to show and emphasize any dry patch, and if you have dry patches you couldn't see, you'll be able to see them after you put this foundation on. So this has got to go. I know a lot of people love it. It's really full coverage. It's not super thick. There's a lot of nice things about this. It just did not work for my skin. And then again, this is the lightest shade, and you can see it's pretty dark for being the lightest shade. But if you don't have dry skin, you might want to give this a go. Again, it's a nice, affordable drugstore option. This is probably my all-time favorite foundation. I will splurge on foundation. It is worth the splurge to me. So this is a Lancome Tan Idol. This is in the shade, what is this in the shade in? 090 Ivory Neutral. I had to get this at Macy's. Ulta, no. Sephora does not have the lightest shade. So going to a department store, they definitely will have the lightest shade there. This is just the most perfect consistency of foundation. It is a foundation that is light enough for me when I am very pale in the winter. It is full coverage. It is not heavy. I cannot, you know, there's not many faults with this foundation. It is super long lasting. I highly, highly recommend it. So this is a keeper. Another favorite foundation for me is the Estee Lauder Double Wear. This is in the shade Ivory Nude. There is a lighter shade. I just could not find it in any store. I would have to order it online. But this, again, this just sticks to your face. It's almost like paint. Like, it's like weird to describe, but you just feel like you're just like putting like a nice layer of paint onto your canvas, like your face. And it lasts such a long time. Your skin looks so beautiful and flawless. These two are higher end, but they are definitely well worth the money. Like, it is just gorgeous, flawless coverage with both of these foundations. A foundation that I'm still holding on to that I'm probably going to end up getting rid of is this Nars Radiant foundation. Again, I got a lot of hate for saying that I didn't absolutely love it because everybody else did. Again, it's a little bit goopier, a little bit thicker. I just felt like it didn't marry well with my skin type. It is nice and pale. I don't know. I just don't think it wore well for me. But I guess I don't know. I guess I'm holding on to it for now because I want to give it another chance. But my current favorite, this is a Clinique Even Better foundation. I absolutely love this. I just picked this up, so it's probably my most recent foundation video. This is in the shade Breeze CN02. I love this. It's lightweight, but it's also full coverage. It's easy to build, and it just looks nice and flawless on my skin. It looks like my skin. It doesn't look like I have a face of makeup on. It's just very natural. It has a nice sheen to it after it's been worn for a while. Wears great throughout the day, so this is a definite keeper. So here is the keep pile. Here is the trash pile. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on my upcoming other declutter videos. Let me know in the comments below what is your all-time favorite foundation. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.